Hey Quad Bros, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you guys are here. We've got another update for you guys coming. The next major update is coming out soon, TM, or at least the next update overall. I'm not sure it's quite a major update, but it might be. I don't know if it's coming with any content or anything like that. But anyway, it is coming soon, and they put out some patch notes for it. So you can jump onto the test server if you're on PC from August 26th to August 28th. I'll leave this link in the description below to any of you guys that might want to jump into that. But let's take a look at the patch notes, the kind of important stuff at least. You can see there's a lot of stuff here, but I'm going to try to go through just touch on the really important stuff here, so it's not too long of a video. So number one, increase the aiming stability for the following weapons: the Owen Mark 1, the Browning M1918A2, the Brin guns, the Vickers, and the BSA Thompson and the Gewehr 41. So these are, I think the Gewehr 41M, that's the premium one. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's the premium one. So not a huge deal on these last two. But the first couple ones here are all allied guns, especially allied machine guns, which is good because I think the allied machine guns were pretty weak. So we're seeing a little bit of an aiming stability buff for those. That's nice. Next up is 20% squad experience bonus for unique soldiers. So if you put a gold order soldier in your squad, that squad now earns 20% more squad XP. Pretty cool. Nice little buff to gold order soldiers. AI reactions are a little bit better in close combat. I haven't seen this personally on how that looks, but I suppose it's probably pretty decent. We'll see how that goes as time goes on. Now we're getting on to some of the juicy stuff. The default firing mode for the FG42 gun family, so all the FG42s in the game, has been changed to automatic as default as opposed to semi-automatic as default. This is a huge change that people have been asking for years at this point. It just puts it a little bit more on par with the AVT, and it makes your AI a lot more effective at using it. So that's going to be a nice buff to the FG42. Some other minor changes: you can now melee anti-tank guns more easily, so that's kind of neat. The Gewehr Kurz has been nerfed a little bit to be just it has an automatic firing mode at 550 RPM rather than a burst fire mode, so that's nice. The RMN has been classified as an actual mortar now, as opposed to kind of an anti-tank weapon that it was before. The Sniper FG42 and the SKT40 have both seen some buffs in terms of their dispersion. Big buffs going from 0.32 or 0.28 for the SKT all the way down to 0.05, which is pretty crazy in my opinion. That's a big buff, right? They're very accurate now. And then the FG42, this is a big one. This is probably the biggest change in the entire update. The FG42 weapon family have all seen recoil buffs. You can see that the new update is drastically reducing the amount of recoil that the guns have, which is really, really nice. This will put the gun more on par with the Type High automatic and the T20, as well as, I'm assuming, the AVT40 as well. So really good changes to the FG42. Makes Germany a lot better at BR5, where they've kind of really just had the King Tiger as a crutch for quite some time. So FG42 seeing some nice buffs there. Otherwise, some other smaller changes to, like the Type 99 now matches the accuracy of the Type 97 and Type 96. So nice little Japan buff there. Some other minor changes to stuff like the AVS, the MG34, Patch and Trommel, and the belt-fed DP. So all nice changes there. Now, another big change, guys, vehicles. So they've implemented an anti-kamikaze system. So if you crash an undamaged aircraft, you will be prohibited from respawning with an aircraft for your next spawn, right? So if you crash, if you just spawn a Stuka and crash into the ground dropping your bombs, you will immediately not be able to spawn in a plane for your next spawn. You'll have to spawn and then go into another vehicle after that, right? Which is good. That's a good change. I'm not sure this is a full fix for the problem, but it's at least a step forward, and we can kind of see where it goes. And while I personally would like stricter things for this, I would like more measures being taken. I think that it's totally fair and fine to take a smaller step first and see how it goes. I think that's smart. I think that's good. And I'm happy to see this change. So let me know your guys' thoughts on this below. I think it'll definitely help out the kind of kamikaze problem that a lot of people have right now with planes. APCs can now spawn without the APC itself, so you can just spawn your motorized infantry squad without the APC. That's a nice little change. Couple bomb changes. The BF-109K4 got a 250 kg, and the P-63A-10 got a 250 kg. That's pretty nice. We also have a kind of big change here. AI commanders can now use tank squads. So AI commanders, if you guys don't know, if someone leaves a game, then they are replaced by an AI squad. Or if the game doesn't fill up in time, there'll be some AI soldiers in the game. That doesn't happen very much anymore. I know a lot of people complain about like bot games, but in reality, there really aren't that many bot games. I haven't had a game that doesn't start 10v10 in quite some time. But when someone does quit a game and they're not replaced by a player, because they quit really later on in the match, then they are replaced by an AI, and now those AI commanders can use tank squads. So we'll see how that goes. That's kind of interesting. I have heard some people say that they're doing a lot more than you kind of would expect them to. So that's kind of neat. I like that a lot. I think that's an interesting change. The rest of this is some nice changes to UI, so you can see if someone's in a group, you can see if someone's online or currently in a battle on your friends list. So that's nice. Added some graphical changes, lots of rebalances for maps. We're not going to go through all of these, but if you want to pause or you want to open up this patch notes yourself and take a look, there's lots and lots and lots of changes here. Lots of tank shooting angles. I think they're trying to make some changes to maps to make gray zoning a little bit less effective. So we'll see how that ends up going. So there you go. Lots and lots of changes. Too many to count here. Very, very cool. They added a nickname decorator for logging in for 1,095 days. So for those of you truly dedicated players out there, you might be able to get that. Pretty cool. And that's really it. Added the ability to resupply ammo for any team's ammo box. So you can resupply the other team's guns at your ammo box. Is that what that means? I don't know if that's what that means. That's interesting. I'm kind of curious what they mean by that. Maybe a helper can clarify that. I actually didn't see that the first time I read through these patch notes, so I'm kind of curious. I don't actually know what that means. But either way, good changes. Like, even if this is just kind of like a little, it's not really a minor update, it's not really a major update because it doesn't have content, at least from what we're seeing. It's a little in-betweener update. It's a little medium update. And I think that they've done some really good stuff here. Some good buffs to Germany. And this anti-kamikaze mechanic, I think, is a really good step forward. So I'm really interested to hear what you guys think about this. What do you guys think about these changes? Specifically the anti-kamikaze system and the AI commanders now using tank squads. Leave a comment down below, and while you're there, like and subscribe. You're already commenting, right? You're already there. Like and subscribe for more Enlisted content, tips, tricks, news, gameplay, so on and so forth. And thanks for watching, guys. Without anything else, I'll see you next time. Take it easy.